Hi everyone, I'm Sonia Schofield and I thought it was about time I did a video on how to prevent you getting blemishes and how to help treat them. I'm not going to go too in depth with loads and loads of products and talking about them individually, all of the details, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of an overview of some of the things that I do to help me not get spots. And then at the end of me talking, I'm going to talk to a lady called Elena Holmes, who is going to explain to us what we can put into our body in terms of food, what's going to help and what isn't going to help. So I'm going to do a quick run through of things that can help you if you're suffering with your skin at the moment. So first thing to do is think about how you're touching your skin. Always make sure your hands are really clean before you start cleansing. I know it's a really obvious thing to say, but I think people sometimes think, well, I'm cleaning my face, but don't think, oh, I'll clean my hands first, because then you're just going to put bacteria onto the face and massage it in and all sorts. So good wash of the hands. Also keep your brushes really clean. I would say if you can, wash them after each use. Once a week may be okay if you don't have spots, but I would say if you do have problems with your skin and yet you are having spots and blackheads and all stuff like that, I think it's best to just have your brushes as clean as possible. I'm going to do a proper video on exactly how you can clean your brushes in depth at another time, but yeah, that's another thing to consider. Also, your pillowcases that you're sleeping on all night, think about how clean they are. You know, they could be covered in dead skin cells and bacteria, and then we're laying our face on it all night. So I have actually started changing my pillowcases every other night now, and I went and bought some more pillowcases when I was in the supermarket, just so I can just keep changing them. You don't have to think, oh, I've got to keep washing and drying them. You just got a constant supply, and then when I go to sleep at night, at least I think, oh, it's really going to be clean on my face. So that's one thing. I would say don't overstrip the skin with your products. I think the first thing people think once they start getting spots and oilier skin is they think, right, I need to strip all of this oil, I need to clean, and that can have a worse effect actually, because what happens is you strip all of the oil out of the skin, and then the skin thinks, right, all the oil's gone, I need to make even more, and then you can cause yourself even more of a problem, and it's just going to aggravate the skin and dry it out, and that's actually not going to help either. So all of the treatments that you see that are really harsh for face washes and stuff like that, I personally would avoid. It's not helped me. I've gone to it many times in the past thinking this is going to help, and it doesn't. So what I use, and I've used for years, is just simple cleanser, a cream cleanser, and I find it's gentle on the skin. It gets the skin clean enough, but it's not being really harsh. So I would say that. I would say a toner, but again, not one with alcohol that's going to completely strip the skin of all the oils. A nice gentle toner, hydrating one even, just to remove the last traces of cleanser, just to make sure the skin's really clean. Then moisturiser wise, I've always got on very well with the Bobbi Brown vitamin E cream. I found it's not too greasy on the skin, but it does hydrate it enough, because you still need to hydrate your skin even if you are having blemishes. Another thing you can do, gentle facial scrub. I'm using the Clockface one at the moment. I'm finding it's not too harsh. The grains in it aren't too abrasive, so it's not scratching the skin, but I am removing dead skin cells, which is what's blocking the skin and giving us spots actually. Face mask wise, I'm using the Ordinary peeling mask. I've been using that for about a month now, once or twice a week, and I've noticed that's really helped to clear my skin with the texture and the blackheads and everything. I've got a complete video on that you can look at, detailing everything about it and me wearing the actual mask, so I don't need to go into that too much now. Now, whenever I have brides that have got problem skin and they ask me what can they do, I always recommend this by Bobbi Brown. It's a skin clarifier, and it's a remedy, and it's got salicylic acid in it, and it dissolves the dead skin cells. So that's going to really help get the spots, but because it's in an oil, it actually helps to condition the skin as well, so it's not too drying. So I find, and many of my brides have found, that their skin's got a lot clearer, they've not had so many spots, and in a lot better condition with it being accompanied by the oil as well. And another thing that I have found really good is the Aloe Propolis by Forever Living. I found, for me, it's just been really quite good for healing the skin. If I do have any spots, I pop it on, and I've always found that it does help with the healing process. So those are a few of the products that I use. And yeah, a few of the things that I would recommend to people. Don't pick your spots. I think, yeah, just try to leave them alone and just try to be gentle with the skin. So gentle cleanser, gentle toner, make sure you're hydrating it. Use the products that I've said that are going to help with the salicylic acid to take off the dead skin cells, and clean pillowcases, clean hands, and yeah, I hope that helps. So what I'm going to do now is, this is the main part of why we're here today, is I'm going to talk with a nutritionist. So she's going to tell us top tips of what to eat and what not, that's going to really help us with our journey of getting better skin. So I'll stop talking now and I will get on to my Zoom video call with Elena, and we'll tell you what else you can do. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, so as promised, here I am, just going to introduce Elena Holmes. She is a registered nutritional therapist. Welcome, Elena.
Hello, Sonia, and thank you so much for inviting me to join you.
You're very welcome. I look forward to hearing any advice or tips you can give us to help us improve our diet so we all get a lot better skin. So the first question I want to ask you, can it make much of a difference what we're eating, what we're putting in our bodies, how it affects the skin?
Yes, absolutely. There are foods that if we eat too much of them or too often, they can damage our skin. And there are foods that can help us to have a very nice and sort of youth-looking, young-looking and vibrant skin.
Okay, so what are those good foods that we can eat then? What should we be eating to make it all better for us?
First of all fresh fruits and vegetables, because they have vitamin C, and vitamin C is extremely important for our skin health, for its good, healthy, so elastic appearance. Also nuts and seeds, because they have good oils, they have good protein, and other minerals that are important for skin, such as zinc, for example.
Okay, so if I was going to the supermarket today and I wanted to buy some foods to help improve my skin, what would you say would be the top 3 things to put in my basket that I'm going to sort of see, starting to make a difference? The best quality, top 3.
Top 3 would be dark leafy greens, such as rocket or watercress or kale, walnuts, and avocado.
Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, I know what I'm going to be buying today. So what are the things that are going to be bad for us? What should we try to cut out eating to improve our skin?
Oh, there are so many, unfortunately.
But
I would say all added sugars, and it does not matter if it's white sugar or brown sugar or cane sugar or coconut sugar. All sugar is bad for our skin, because sugar destroys collagen, and collagen is a protein that is very important for skin health, as well as muscle health and hair health, for example. Also, all ultra-processed foods like pot noodles, for example, and yes, and different and foods that are fried for too much and sort of carbonized almost. So all these things.
so if I was to sort of put you on the spot a little bit, could you tell me what the top 3 things I should be cutting out that's going to really help my skin?
Soft drinks and all energy drinks, crisps, and pot noodles.
Okay. So anything with like all the artificial flavors and preservatives, is that what's gonna?
Exactly. Yes, all those artificial things also, and all everything that it has been processed, cooked, and then processed again, and then packaged, and then processed once more.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, so yeah, all those very, very unnatural, very, yeah,
yeah.
sort of
Okay.
foods. Yeah.
So it can be quite difficult, I think, sometimes to get fresh food, and we do tend to turn to these convenient foods. So I was wondering, would it help if we took, is there any supplements that we can take to support our skin?
Yes, although as a nutritionist, I would like to point out that if your diet is full of those white sugars and refined foods, ultra processed foods, no supplement will help. But as you mentioned, if sometimes, for example, when we travel or even now in a lockdown, if we don't have full access to as many fresh fruit and vegetables as we would like, a vitamin C supplement could help. And also B vitamin supplements help because there is one vitamin from B group called biotin, which is very important for skin and hair and nail health. So yes, they could help in some extreme cases. But of course, the best thing would be to see a nutritionist, and then we assess the whole diet and lifestyle and see how we can help better.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I think to see a professional and then you know exactly what you should and shouldn't be doing. That's probably the best way, isn't it? Now, I was going to ask you, so if people are really suffering with their skin, they've tried all different skincare and they've thought about their diet and all the things that I mentioned before I spoke to you earlier. Could it be that if they've got a food intolerance or an allergy to any sort of food, could that come out in the skin as well?
Yes, definitely, because various skin problems such as acne or different rashes, blemishes, eczema, they can be one of the main symptoms of some food allergy and intolerance. Of course, other symptoms would be like migraines or general headaches, low energy, different digestive problems such as bloating or cramps. Um,
What's the best way to find out if you've got an intolerance or an allergy? How do you know?
the best way would be to have a food diary where you write very exactly what you eat, and then you write your symptoms, how you feel, and not only physical symptoms such as rashes, but also energy levels and so on. And then you can start pinpointing what could be the problem, what could be the culprit for that. And then you eliminate that one food from your diet, and you see how you feel, how your skin looks, and how you feel in general. So that's the best way.
Yeah, well, I think from when I spoke to you and you gave me a few little tips, there was a few things that I did sort of cut out, and I have noticed that I have seen a difference in my skin. So I think it's definitely worth going on this journey of finding out what works for you, what doesn't. I think it is a little bit time consuming, but if you've got the knowledge, and I think you can start choosing the right foods and taking out the bad stuff, I think it can definitely make a difference. So thank you for so much for giving us all of those tips today. It's really interesting to hear your expertise on on nutrition. So I hope this has helped everybody. Thank you so much again, Eleanor, for joining us. Okay, so I hope that chat with Eleanor has helped you all and given you some ideas of how you can improve your diet to improve your skin. So yeah, I hope with all the tips that we've given you, that gives you something to work on. And I'd love to hear if you've tried any of these tips from either of us and if it has helped your skin. And I just wanted to say, because I forgot to say earlier, that a lot of skin problems, like I know mine, are hormonal. So if you think about it, when you go through puberty with teenagers and then you get adult acne a bit later on and menopause, a lot of it is hormonal. So all of the things that we've said as well, just check, always check with your doctor as well, because it could be something to do with your hormones that they can help you with as well. So looking at all of these different points, hopefully together we'll all get better skin. Okay, well, I will see you all very soon. Please subscribe to my channel, please like this video, and I'll be back very soon with some more tips how you can improve your skin. Okay, thank you, bye.